Welcome to Reckless Paradise. I am your host, Marissa, and I am not here with Dicer today. Before I continue explaining this episode and what's going on, I'd like to say this. Due to some technical difficulties with using Spotify, we're currently at a standstill with uploading our episodes to Spotify. So I figured I'd give you guys a little treat, and we are going to start doing some YouTube exclusive episodes of our podcast, where they will only be found here on YouTube. They will not be found on Spotify. So if you're listening here, thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy. These might be solo episodes. These might be, dual episodes where it's me and my co-host Daistro. Unfortunately, tonight we had been trying to get his audio to work on this application that we are using for YouTube. Unfortunately, I think he's got some bad connection right now with his Wi-Fi and stuff. So hopefully, down the road, we will get him into some of the YouTube exclusive episodes. So once again, I apologize for any inconvenience, but I also thank you for sticking around. So what a way to kick this off on YouTube with discussing some Billy talent, since this is what our podcast title is kind of influenced by. If you don't know the full story, you might want to go over to Spotify and listen to our first 3 episodes. In the pilot episode, I had discussed how we got our name of our podcast. It is from one of Billy Talent's actually newest songs off their newest record called Reckless Paradise. Reckless Paradise, to sum it all up for you, that song pretty much discussed, how do I want to explain this? Reckless Paradise kind of relates to a lot of today's world problems, how we're kind of stuck in a crisis right now. We don't know when this is going to end, but it is a good song, and we figured, let's name our podcast that, since it's probably one of the best-selling songs right now by Billy Talent as of 2022. So, I think for this episode, I'm going to discuss my top 10 favorite Billy Talent songs of all time. I have been listening to Billy Talent since 2020. Everybody has their pandemic band, I call it, and Billy Talent was definitely mine. 2020 was a really rough year for everybody, because the pandemic started, everybody started going into lockdown. We were uncertain when things were going to go back to normal, and here we are 2 years later. Things are slowly getting back to normal here where I live in New York. Also, if you are a fellow New York Stater, please leave a comment down below. Let me know which part of New York you are from, because I'd love to talk to you. I need some more friends in New York. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. So 2020 definitely was a very rough year for a lot of people, especially the 2020 graduates. Now, I am a 2020 graduate, and let me tell you, the feeling of having your graduation so uncertain, the future of your graduation was so uncertain, it's literally the worst feeling ever. Like, you don't know if you're going to graduate in person or if you're going to do it virtually and get your diploma in the mail. Luckily for us, we did a real graduation, but it was not a traditional graduation. We could not sit with our class, we couldn't all graduate together. We had separate time slots where we only had 5 to 10 minutes of fame, so to speak. So 2020 was definitely a very rough year for me, as it was for just about everybody. This pandemic has definitely brought a lot of change to this world, and it definitely has brought in a lot of change to bands too, and artists and stuff like that. These bands don't know when they're going to be able to go back on tour again or make new music, or heck, they might even start making new music while they're under quarantine, but virtually. And that's what Billy Talent ended up doing. They started their new album, Crisis of Faith, in 2019. They started working on it. They released Forgiveness Parts 1 and 2, and then in the beginning of 2020, they released Reckless Paradise, and then I Beg to Differ, This Will Get Better, in April. And unfortunately, that's when the pandemic struck. Between March and April, everybody and everything kind of just shut down. However, they continued to work on this record throughout the pandemic, but virtually. And that's when they got Rivers Cuomo to get on the album. But I'm not here to discuss Crisis of Faith. I am here to discuss my top 10 favorite songs. But I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of insight of how long I've known this band. I have been listening to this band for 2 years now, as of this April, and I am a proud fan. And I actually just got my new shirt today from the new album, Crisis of Faith. So, big win. Alright, so let's start with number 10. Number 10, I decided to go with Try Honesty. Yes, I know you guys are wondering, why is it at number 10? Yes, it is a good song. It's a classic. And honestly, all the Billy Talent songs are good. That's why it was so hard to rank them, but unfortunately, I had to put this one at number 10. It's actually my least listened to song out of all the songs I listened to by Billy Talent. I'm currently looking at my playlist right now, and I have 64 songs by Billy Talent on my playlist. So I would definitely say Try Honesty is number 10. It is from the Billy Talent self-titled album, Billy Talent 1, which was released back in 2003. It is a good song. I hear it on the radio weekly. It's a classic. I mean, any Billy Talent, well, any music fan should at least know Try Honesty by Billy Talent. If you don't actually know who Billy Talent is, you should at least know that song. Okay, so for number 9, oh, excuse me. So for number 9, I went with Sudden Movements from Billy Talent 3. Billy Talent 3 was released back in 2009, I believe. Yes, 2009. Sudden Movements is a song that does not get talked about enough. It's a slow song. It's like a heavy, slow song. Like, not like a sad song or like a romantic song. It's a really good song. It's like one of those heavy, really like slow-moving songs. Billy Talent 3 as a whole was a very dark album. It had a really dark vibe to it. A lot of the songs were kind of in like, they just had like that dark feeling to it, you know? Like, you know when something has like a really negative, bad vibe to it? That's how Billy Talent 3 sounded. Like, it sounded like angst and like sadness. Like, there was some sad songs on there, like White Sparrows was on that album. It just had that really dark feel. But I love Sudden Movements, and it's probably, if not the best song on that album, in my opinion. Billy Talent 3 is definitely not my favorite album of all time by Billy Talent. It's actually pretty low on my list. But Sudden Movements is a really good song from that album. I definitely recommend anybody to listen to that. Number 8, I decided to go with another classic, Fallen Leaves. Fallen Leaves was released in 2006 on Billy Talent 2. I actually have that album here. Fallen Leaves is just another classic. Like, again, it's like one of those songs, like, if you don't know Billy Talent, you know the song. I hear that on the radio almost weekly. It's probably one of their most popular songs to this day by that group. Fallen Leaves just gives me that autumn vibe. Like, when I take walks in the fall to go look at the foliage up here, I listen to Fallen Leaves, like, on repeat. It just has that good freaking autumn, October, November vibe. I just love it. Alright, so for number 7, I went with, what did I go with? I went with Judged. I know you're probably thinking, why is number 7 such a recent song? Like, why is this so low? Well, Judge, a lot of people have kind of had mixed opinions about. Judge is from the newest album, Crisis of Faith. It's a really short but fast and heavy punk rocket sounding kind of song. It's only 1 minute and 36 seconds long, but it is such a good song. It basically has to do with how this world is now, how people can be judged for literally everything. Before you can even look at the person or talk to the person, you're already judging them based off of what you've heard. And that is not okay. It's a really powerful song. I stand by it. I love it. I don't care what negative people have to say about it. It's a really good song. My only flaw is I wish it was longer. And I know a lot of people can agree with me on that. It is such a good freaking song. Billy Talent's heavy, hard rock songs, like punk rock songs from like the Billy Talent 1 days, even their Pez days, man, it's like the best. Like, that's like the kind of Billy Talent I really freaking love. Alright, number 6. I currently listen to this a lot, this song, Diamond on a Landmine. This song is also from Billy Talent 3. I know I said that album's not my favorite, but Diamond on a Landmine is an addiction. I absolutely love the song. I love the music video. Really good. I've seen the behind-the-scenes video as well that they did on YouTube. Really good song. It's basically about how this guy is addicted to this girl who keeps abusing him. I know, kind of a weird message. Yeah, it definitely is a weird message. But I do love the song. I love the melody of it. I just love the lyrics too. Like, I mean, it's just a really good song. I have it stuck in my head like almost every day now. Alright, now we're going to get into our top 5. Damn, this is going to be good. Top 5. So number 5, I chose Show Me the Way from Dead Silence. Dead Silence came out in 2012. It's actually hitting its 10-year anniversary this year, so I wonder if Billy Talent's gonna do something with that. Show Me the Way. I found this song during a rough patch in my life during August of last year. I was going through some shit, and Show Me the Way really opened up my eyes to how much Billy Talent can do. They can do literally anything when it comes to music styles. And it's great. Show Me the Way has a really positive vibe to it, a really upbeat vibe to it. The music video is absolutely beautiful. It takes place in a field, and they have all these like colored smoke things, the smoke bombs that are colored. They got a whole bunch of them in the background, and it is freaking beautiful. It's kind of like a love song, sorta. Has that love song feel to it. The music video is definitely a love song feel, as it shows a couple. But man, it is just a freaking beautiful song. It's a song that does not get talked about enough in the Billy Talent fandom and shit. It's a really freaking beautiful song. And that's why it's making my top 5. This song really helped me when I was in a dark place. This song really picked me up and gave me motivation, gave me hope that shit was going to get better. Speaking of shit getting better, number 4, I had to go with I Beg to Differ, This Will Get Better from Crisis of Faith. That was the song that got me into Billy Talent. I found that song in April of 2020, right around when it came out. One day I heard it on our radio station that we get from Montreal. Again, I live in New York, but we do get Canadian radio stations on our radio. So our Montreal radio station was playing I Beg to Differ one day, and I just so happened to Shazam the song to see who it was by, and it was by a group called Billy Talent. Now, this name kind of rang a bell to me, but I wasn't 100% sure. I downloaded the song and started looking through more songs of theirs, like Stand Up and Run and Try Honesty. And that's when I had found out, oh, I've heard these songs in my childhood on the radio. So this whole time, I've known who Billy Talent is. I've heard their music. I just had no idea it was Billy Talent all this time. So when it comes to I Beg to Differ, this song is definitely one of their more motivational, inspirational songs out there. This song couldn't have came out at a better time when we were just entering the pandemic. Everything was shut down, schools were closed, we had no idea what the future was going to be like. And Billy Talent came out and released that song at the perfect time. We all needed that song at that moment. Heck, I think some of us still need this song up to this day with the way the world is. Just know that anything that you go through in life, this will get better. And trust me when I say that, it does get better. Alright, now we are at number 3, I believe, right? Yeah, I think we're at number 3. Oh man, it's so hard to pick your favorite songs by an artist, especially when all their songs are good. So for number 3, I went with Reactor by Billy Talent, which is Crisis of Faith material. Reactor is actually my favorite song off their new album right now. I have it on repeat a lot. I have the song stuck in my head a lot. Based off of what I've read up about this song, Ian, which is basically the guy that does all the creative work on the album and the producing, he wrote this song during the Black Lives Matters movement, back in 2020, I believe. I think it was 2020, right? Yeah, I think it was 2020. He wrote this song back in that time period when racism, was really starting to kick up a notch. And I think there's a part of the song that says, I can't breathe, in reference to the Black Lives Matters movement. So, yeah, it is a good song. I love it. I've heard about people also say it sounds like a Foo Fighter song, which I can kind of see that. It's just a really good song. I love the melody of it, the guitar riffs, everything. Ben's voice. It's just an all-around good song. Alright, we're down to our final 2. So with number 2, I decided to go with Stand Up and Run. Stand Up and Run, like I've explained, is a song I've heard throughout my childhood, and once again, I didn't know it was by Billy Talent until I got older. Stand Up and Run is just a really good song. It's kind of one of those love songs as well, kind of like Show Me the Way. Stand Up and Run was on Dead Silence as well, so that's kind of cool. It's a beautiful music video, honestly. The lighting of the video is absolutely freaking beautiful. I can rewatch that video every freaking day and not get sick of it. So I definitely have to put that at number 2. Stand Up and Run is a song that I've heard for a very long time. It's a good song. The music video is great. And I love them little love songs sometimes. I know I say I hate love, but love songs are good, you know? You can't beat it. And now, for number 1. For number 1, I decided to go with End of Me, which is off the new album, Crisis of Faith. It also has Rivers Cuomo in it from Weezer. Man, this song is an absolute killer song. It has a different sound to it that we have never heard from Billy Talent ever. It gives off the Weezer vibe with the guitar, and of course Rivers Cuomo singing the second verse. Man, it is so good. The thing is with this song, what I like about it so much, it has different meanings. Some people take it in a way where it talks about having a toxic friend, but you want to stick around, but you know if you stick around, it's going to hurt you in the end. And then I've also heard people say it has to do with having an addiction to like alcohol or substance abuse or something like that. And that's what I like about Billy Talent. A lot of their songs you can take into your own perspective. And I like music like that. And this song in particular, you can definitely take it into your own perspective. Like, I take it into consideration of having a toxic relationship and knowing that if you stick around, it's gonna be the end of you. It's gonna kill you. It's going to basically make you feel so freaking horrible mentally. So End of Me is definitely number 1, and I hear that song almost every day on the radio. Now, I do have a couple honorable mentions before we close this episode. Beach Balls, which was a song on the Try Honesty EP, which was back in 2003. This song, I don't think was ever put on any albums. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. I found it on YouTube. It's not even on Spotify. It's one of their songs that they did not officially release on an album or as a single. They put it on a Try Honesty EP, which was like the Try Honesty single, the single CD, where it has that and like Beach Balls, maybe one other song. Because back then that's what they used to do. I don't know if they still do that now, but yeah, Beach Balls is really good. It has like a Pez vibe to it. Back in the day, Billy Talent used to be called Pez, but they had to change their name due to copyright issues with another band named Pez at that time. So they went to the name Billy Talent. But anyways, Beach Balls gives off that Pez vibe. If you have never listened to Billy Talent's Pez songs, you definitely should. They had an album called Watouche, which you can find on YouTube actually. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. It's different from Billy Talent, but some of the Billy Talent songs that I listen to, it gives me them Pez vibes, and it makes you feel good. And I got one more little honorable mention, Reckless Paradise. I mean, come on, that's the name of our podcast. You can't beat it. It's from Crisis of Faith. It came out, when the pandemic was just about to start. It came out in February, and I think that's when they started finding cases in the US. Don't quote me on that either. I'm probably incorrect. But, yeah, really good song. So that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for sticking around, and we hope to hear more from you guys in the comments. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions on some future episodes. That'd be nice. So thank you for sticking around, and we hope you continue to listen on both Spotify and YouTube. So thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace!